Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, took to Twitter to poll his 107.7 million followers on potential strategies for ending the conflict in Ukraine. Among the recommendations was a proposition to organize elections in regions of Ukraine and Russia now occupies. But this is not all. Musk has also been allegedly in talks with the Russian president, or at least that is what some individuals report. And although Musk recently has refuted all such claims, let's see, how did the controversy start in the first place? In an interview, an American political scientist named Ian Bremmer, also the president of a political consulting firm called Eurasia Group, asserted some allegations about Musk. The Eurasia Group is a research and consultancy organization focusing on political risk and producing reports on developing and emerging economies. Bremmer, frequently mentioned in the mainstream media, has also been engaged with some international organizations, one of which is the World Economic Forum. Bremmer announced that Elon Musk had told him about his chat with Vladimir Putin a month ago. However, Musk stated that he had not communicated with Putin in more than a year. Musk said in a tweet that he had only spoken to Putin once, and the conversation took place approximately 18 months ago. Even at that time, the topic of discussion was space. At first, Bremmer declined to comment further on his talk with Musk. However, he later reaffirmed his allegation on Twitter, saying Elon Musk told him that he had a direct conversation regarding Ukraine with Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. In addition, Bremmer asserted that Kremlin explained what it considers an absolute red line to Musk. Musk, as a reaction to this, posted a simple reaction on Twitter, saying nobody should trust Bremmer. The exchange occurred after Musk tweeted a Ukraine-Russia peace plan. The plan reflected demands that Kremlin officials have made repeatedly over the past few months, including that Kyiv comments to military neutrality acknowledge that Crimea is formally part of Russia and ensured continued water supply to the annexed peninsula by Moscow in 2014. Musk tweeted to hold new elections in annexed regions while the UN monitors the process. If it is the decision of the people, then Russia will leave. Crimea was historically and administratively a part of Russia and had remained so continuously since 1783. The provision of water to Crimea is ensured, and Ukraine maintains neutrality. This is likely the outcome in the end. The only question is how many will die before then. Also, it is important to point out that although it is unlikely nuclear war is possible due to this battle, when the Kremlin applauded Musk's tweet, the Ukrainian government officials were infuriated by this, including President Vladimir Zelensky, who suggested that Musk expressed support for Russia with his proposal. Andriy Malink, the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany, responded to Elon Musk's Twitter thread in rather abusive words. Bremmer also elaborated his conversation with Musk in a note sent out to Eurasia Group subscribers. He said that Elon told him that Putin was prepared to negotiate and also that Putin had outlined the minimum that the Russian president would require to bring an end to the war. There are three components, namely Crimea remains Russian, Ukraine accepts a formal status of neutrality and recognition of Russia's annexations of Luhansk and Donetsk, and Kherson controls the water supply to Crimea and Zaporizhia for the land bridge. According to Bremmer, Musk told that Putin stated that he would achieve those aims whatever the circumstances and that he was ready to launch a nuclear strike as retaliation if Zelensky attempted to take back Crimea by force. Bremmer also narrated that Elon stated that everything possible needed to be done to prevent that scenario. Despite Musk's remarks, Bremmer vehemently defended his assertion through tweets. He said he had written the weekly geopolitics newsletter for 24 years. Like all the others, the week's update was written honestly without fear or favor. He also indicated that he often expressed publicly how much he respected and admired Musk as an innovator and businessman transforming the world. Multiple reports in recent weeks say that Musk had discussed a similar peace plan proposition with attendance at think tanks and conferences, and that he had hinted having communication with officials from the Kremlin. During a dialogue at the Weekend Festival in Aspen, Colorado last month, Elon Musk said to the audience he really would push Ukraine since it has had some successes recently. He encourages them to seek peace. Now is the right moment to get it done. One thing is certain, they have no intention of carrying it through, but now is the best time to get it done, because you know that everyone seeks peace when losing. But they do not seek peace when they are victorious. Musk reportedly stated that, in his perspective, the nature of that peace would be recognizing Crimea as Russia, letting Luhansk and Donetsk be independent, quasi-independent republics, and not stopping the water to Crimea as the last time. Russia will agree to those terms, or at least that's what Musk has in his mind. During Musk's presentation, a person in the room said it was obvious that he had been in communication with the Kremlin. This was based on the concepts that Musk presented. That information was echoed by another person who told that Musk had mentioned in late September that the Kremlin had given its okay to his suggestions for a peace settlement. Musk made similar suggestions for resolving the tensions between China and Taiwan, telling that some control over the self-governing island would be handed over to Beijing to make peace. This was one of Musk's proposed solutions to the conflict between China and Taiwan. In an interview, Musk was asked about his recommendations regarding Taiwan. He told the publication that his recommendation would be to figure out a special administrative zone for Taiwan that is reasonably palatable. They might probably have a more permissive arrangement than Hong Kong has. Another interesting fact is that since the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Musk has been supplying Starlink systems to Ukraine. For this, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky extended an invitation for him to come and visit the country. And although the relationship between Musk and Zelensky has turned sour now, Starlink is still very helpful as it enables Kyiv to maintain internet and communications in areas of the country that Russia attacks on. Infrastructure have shut off. According to Bremer, however, Musk was reportedly alarmed in recent weeks by request from the Ukrainian government to activate Starlink equipment in Crimea. This request hinted at the possibility of a ground operation, so Musk declined the offer. Musk also appeared anxious about more threats from Putin. Even though he didn't reveal any specific information to Bremer, he did discuss Russian cyber capabilities and Russia's capacity to harm his satellites. When asked by reporters on Tuesday about the rumored conversation between Vladimir Putin and Elon Musk, an official with the United States National Security Council named John Kirby stated that Musk does not speak on behalf of the Biden administration in any conversations he may have with the Russian president. Kirby stated that Russia began its conflict in Ukraine in a way that was unjustified and illegitimate, and that Russia may end it today simply by withdrawing its forces. Even if that doesn't happen, the United States intends to keep providing Ukraine with the capabilities and resources it needs to be successful on the battlefield. Kirby continued by saying that Zelensky will get to select for himself when is the best moment to negotiate, and that he will get to determine for himself and his country what terms he's willing to take. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so that we can bring you more content like this. Also, let us know in the comments section what you think. We'll see you next time.